Hello and welcome back to the Pit and Paddock Racing Show for the last week of October.
The Halloween week.
The Halloween week. Finally. And it's finally nice outside.
Adults get to dress up and not feel bad about it.
You could still feel bad, I guess.
You could dress up and it doesn't feel like you're at a P. Diddy party.
A lot less lubed, too. Anyway, NASCAR was back sort of near Miami at the home of Jimmy Johnson's southernmost tunnel. Speaking of...
There's a Jimmy Johnson tunnel?
The Jimmy Johnson Southernmost Tunnel is the name of it. That's a real thing, and I didn't make it up. You can look it up on Google. I'll find a picture.
Does he have a northernmost tunnel?
No, I don't. I think it's an unfortunate naming that they gave it. They could have just called it the Jimmy Johnson Tunnel.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, Tyler Reddick was able to overcome his height and slightly older tires on a late restart. He passed Ryan Blaney high in turn 4, high on the track, not personally, on the last lap for the win. And Denny Hamlin rounded out the podium.
Did he rub the wall when he went around? Because I thought he was doing like the Xbox thing.
I don't think he did. I think he stayed just off of it.
Isn't it dirty up there?
It's illegal now. No, not after everyone's been running that high for the whole race.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not bad.
MJ called him that little guy.
That sounds like everyone to MJ almost.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, what's he, like 6'4" or something, 6'5"? Lots of people are that little guy.
Pretty much. Well, let's cover the highlights. We'll start at stage 1, lap 1 with the weekly number 7 car incident. Got that out of the way pretty quickly.
It looked like his car just noped him.
It just...
nope. Like a cat when you go to pick it up. Nope.
Hard left. And it was pretty much the Reddick Larson show until about lap 50 when Kyle Larson didn't watch out and he cut a tire.
Yeah. I do applaud Kyle for finding an off-label use for the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he could feel the tire going down, so he got up close to the wall, so when it went, it didn't slam him hard. He just kind of bumped into the wall and rode it around. I'm like, that's actually pretty smart.
It's kind of the start of his eventful day.
Smart. Not like Xi Trump saying, smart, but still, pretty smart. Good job, Kyle.
Probably saved the rest of his race, mostly.
Yeah.
Stage 2 started, and everyone pretty much found the high line, but it was Hamlin with the win in that one after Reddick had kind of not a great pit stop.
Yeah, because he went in first and came out 5th.
Yeah, didn't...
Not first.
Did not work out for him there.
No.
And then they cut to the spotter cam again, but this time on a lap... Well, towards the end of the race, like lap 150, there was a swarm of bees attacking all the spotters, which I thought was much more entertaining than the regular spotter cam. Everyone's got the t-shirts wrapped around their face and swatting at bees.
Yeah, as long as they don't have the spotter mic on, that's what's really annoying.
But the cars are still running, so they're still trying to do their job. It's kind of funny.
outside. Son of a...
they're swarming everywhere. What?
Get it off me. Hey, Gilligan got up to 4th.
How did he finish?
I don't know, but not 4th.
Oh.
In the mid-pack, where he usually is. He knows his place.
He did okay. The final stage, with 13 to go, Kyle Larson spun while trying to split Ryan Blaney and Austin Dillon a lap down for the lead. That was a bad move.
How did he make it back up if he was, down to 13?
Yeah.
After the cut tire?
He had most of the race. I think he was a lap down and he made it back up.
Yeah.
So he had a fast car, enough to get back towards the lead. Then the restart with 7 to go. So the top 4 cars were the 4 cars that needed a win to move on to the next round.
That was interesting.
It was pretty hectic last few laps. Blaney started off with a good restart, and then Tyler Reddick on older tires than everyone else ended up catching up and passing him on the last lap. Last turn of the last lap.
That's unbelievable. He could do that without riding the wall.
He was close.
I noticed Lucky Lord Byron got lucky again.
He always does. He just kind of like hangs around and finishes in the top without any sort of incidents.
Kind of like Dixon.
Yeah, he's going to be the new Dixon for NASCAR, isn't he?
Yeah.
Pretty much. I don't know. I enjoyed the race. There were multiple grooves, a lot of different strategies. A last lap pass for the win. Probably one of the best races of the year. Most entertaining, anyways.
Who was the guy last year that rode the wall to make it in? And
Oh.
he said, "Oh yeah, I used to do that on PlayStation."
The Ross Chastain, Martinsville.
Oh, that was Chastain?
Yeah, that was a. Then they immediately made it illegal because it was too much fun.
Paint jobs?
Paint jobs. I would say the Cup Series was generally awful.
Yes.
But the Busch Series kind of stepped it up a lot with a lot of cool Miami-type themes on their paint schemes.
Like gay color Miami or like Miami Vice Miami?
Miami Vice type things.
Okay.
But my favorite, I think, was the '07 Brad Perez Space Beans car. I don't know what it is because I didn't do any research, but it sounds fun.
It just sounds like a bad idea.
It really does. Like,
You really want to take beans into space?
it's a
I mean, unless it's a propellant. Just
human-powered space flight. Let's see if we
Yeah.
can do it.
it's a form of energy. I also had to go to the Busch Series, and I also like the Space Beans car, but you picked that one. So, but then I like the Startron car. They kind of went together. I don't know what Startron is. Sounds like a video game.
It does.
Or maybe a background for photographs. But in the end, I went with number 42, the nothing car, kind of like a protest vote. He had nothing on.
Blank.
Yeah, it was just 42, no sponsors.
How
He
sad.
could have at least put like me on it or a cougar.
That's probably a better idea, but
Yeah,
nobody
no,
does that anymore.
it was just blank. Bad paint job?
Ricky Stenhouse, the 47 Vitamin Water car. He had it was purple and gold, which are terrible colors, and I hate them. So that's my terrible paint scheme of the week.
I went with Logano in the number 20 car because you can't see them really well when they're racing. So I thought it was like a throwback Mountain Dew paint scheme, and I'm like, oh, that'll be my favorite right there. But no, it was just some pizza company that ripped off Mountain Dew colors.
Lame.
So disappointment, put him in last place.
Lame.
All right, how do we look for the playoffs now? We got 2 to go, right?
We got Martinsville left before the championship race, so one more to go before the cutoff. Locked in for the championship is Reddick and Logano. They don't have to worry about anything.
Because they both won.
Mm-hmm. Christopher Bell is in a comfortable 29 points ahead of the cutoff, which, barring something awful, he should probably get in. William Byron's not super comfortable with 7 points ahead.
Oh, but he's lucky, Lord Byron.
He'll probably get in.
He's going to make it.
So he needs to pay attention. And Larson and Hamlin pretty much need to win or wreck Byron to move on. And then it's Blaney and Elliott need to just win because they are just too far back for anything.
Oh, Blaney was so close.
Man. Even Elliott was up there for part of the race leading too, which...
Oh, yeah, 19.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Blaney and Elliott are going to get dropped. Hamlin's going to get dropped. And somehow Bell is going to get dropped. And Larson's going to make it in along. Larson and Byron will be the other two.
I think Byron... I think Byron's going to win the race and get in. And
Is he
Bell...
on the short?
Yeah, he's won there before. I think Bell and Byron will be the two that get in.
Okay. And I'm saying Vettel and Larson. Larson just seems to pull it out once in a while.
He does. It's pretty much either win or wreck.
Dumpster fire or champion. One of the two.
He's got the most wins and probably the most DNFs, it seems like, all season.
Feast or famine.
Yeah.
That's what Grandpa used to say.
That's all you need. Another quick note is NASCAR tested their wet weather tires at Homestead on Monday, so that was the first time testing on a oval larger than 1 mile. So next year they probably will be doing that. That could be interesting.
Is it 1.5 miles at Homestead?
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully less rain delays for that one.
They should test it at Vegas because there's so much rain in southern Nevada.
I don't know if it's ever been rained out at Vegas.
4 inches per year, I think was what they have. 4 or 4.5 per year. It's pretty low. So, Martinsville next.
Martinsville.
Day race, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Little half-mile short track. And all of the drivers are pretty good there, so...
Could be anybody.
Yep.
Helps to qualify up front.
Well, as tough as it's been on the short track to pass, I think that's going to be... Qualify up front and don't mess up on your pit stops.
Oh, yeah, because whatever they call this car. The car of tomorrow? What is it now?
The next gen.
The next gen car?
Gen 7.
Was there
Not great on the short tracks.
Was there one called the car of tomorrow, or was that just at Disneyland?
Yes, that was back when. What was that? The Gen 5 car, I think, was the.
Was that when Kyle Busch said the car of tomorrow sucks?
Yes.
On TV.
It had that spoiler on the back, or not spoiler. It had a wing on the back of it.
I've often wondered why they don't have a real wing like endurance cars.
I don't know. I don't think they need it for mostly oval racing.
The car's pretty much a wing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On to Formula One, where in Old Mexico it was another Ferrari weekend as Carlos the Conquistador Sainz took the win, followed by McLaren's Lando Norris in second and Leclerc in third to make a Ferrari sandwich. It was Ferrari all the way. Sainz took the lead early and just set sail. And Leclerc had second place for most of the race and lost it right at the end. But this is 2 weekends in a row that Ferrari's up front. Where did this rejuvenated team come from?
They just seem to pick up a bit of speed and then not completely botch the strategies recently.
Yeah.
And Mercedes has just fallen off the map completely after a strong run in the middle of the season.
Yeah, they have not done well in the ground effects era. That's what they call it.
No. I don't know what happened to them, and McLaren seems to have fallen off slightly.
Yeah. And Red Bull still stagnant.
It's Max is trying his hardest. A little too hard sometimes. I heard Sainz complaining that Charles Leclerc is racing too hard. I thought that was interesting. Oh, heaven forbid, at the pinnacle of motorsport, we be racing too hard.
Oh,
sorry.
It is a motor car race, after all. Yeah, he started complaining early on that Charles needed to back off.
It's not a 24-hour endurance race to settle down for a bit.
Yeah. Leclerc ran second all day and then faded at the end, losing out to Norris. It seemed like his tires were gone, or can we blame bad Ferrari strategy for that?
We can blame bad Ferrari strategy for almost anything. Climate change, bad Ferrari strategy.
Russian invasion, bad Ferrari strategy.
Yankees-Dodgers World Series, that's bad Ferrari strategy.
Trump elected, bad Ferrari strategy.
Ticketmaster fees, bad Ferrari strategy.
25% inflation, bad Ferrari strategy.
Only 750 for hurricane victims, bad Ferrari strategy.
Global pandemic, bad Ferrari strategy.
Pets eaten by immigrants, bad Ferrari strategy. The cats and the dogs.
You gotta do
They're eating
the accordion.
Yes.
Fred Vasseur blamed back markers for Leclerc losing second place. Like he said, they weren't moving out of the way. Looking at you, Lance Stroll, and he just lost his gap and he lost tire temperature. That Norris wasn't really faster. Charles got screwed out of it by other cars racing.
Maybe once again, it is a motor race,
yeah.
and no one's just gonna move over if they're racing themselves.
I mean, did they move over for Lando and not for Charles? I couldn't tell.
So yeah, I didn't quite see all of it.
Well, Ferrari moved up to second in the Constructors' Championship, only 29 points behind McLaren. That's like one race. You think they can take over and win the Constructors?
It's with the pace they're setting right now. It seems like they could do it.
I think it's been 19 years since they've won the Constructors?
Has it been that long?
It's been a long time.
Has it been since what? Schumacher, Alonso,
or the year Kimi won it? Did they win Constructors that year?
I don't remember.
It's been a long time, way too long. Enzio would not be happy.
No,
Enzo. No, is it Enzio? Enzo.
Enzo.
Yeah, Enzio. That's the one from Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Okay.
That's Ezio.
I get those Italians mixed up. They all look the same.
The race started off with a pretty good Max versus Lando battle there at the beginning. They had a couple of passing difficulties, I would say, and it ended up with 2 separate 10-second penalties for Max.
Did he deserve those, do you think?
I think yes. I mean, I would say Max was entirely within the rules, though, of a NASCAR race, if not quite Formula One rules.
Russell, I guess they're going to have a sit down with all the drivers to go over the guidelines in the next race, but George Russell said 19 out of 20 drivers understand the guidelines of Formula One racing. There's one driver out there that doesn't seem to
I
understand.
wonder who he's talking about.
I don't know. That second one he got a penalty for, he dive bombed and outbraked himself right off the track.
He always swings a bit wide when you go to pass him, and then if they get by, you can see him get mad, and he'll do like follow it up with a stupid move if he gets back in there, like that dive bomb.
Yeah,
I've seen him do it a few times.
We're so used to seeing Max dominate after last year that we forget how whiny he gets when he's not doing well.
We got a little taste of Bad Max again.
And Lando gained a few points on Max for the constructors or the drivers' championship, but is it going to be enough? 3 races to go.
Yes.
I don't know. He's still 50 some points behind.
He's gonna need to do a lot crazier things and get some penalties if.
Well, Max might have to start from the back for an engine change next race in Brazil. So. But you know what? I mean, he's still faster than all but like 3 of the teams or 2 of the teams. He can make it back up.
He'll probably get back up into the points at least.
Yeah.
Probably 5th or 6th if he runs well.
I don't know if that's enough. Well, Lando's got to win if he's got any prep. It was a horrendous day for Mexico's homeboy Perez. Q1 quali exit. 5-second penalty for a jump start. Damaged his side pod fighting with the Williams. Flipped off by Lawson. Oh, man. Could it get any worse for Perez?
I did hear him mention he has information that could lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton.
Oh.
So, I don't... It could get worse.
That's
much worse.
Epstein worse. You don't want that.
Gym accident, it sounds like.
Oh.
So that's what it's going to be.
He was testing wet weather tires. We don't know what happened.
2 bullet shots. Yes. Car accident.
Car accident. There are rumors that Perez is going to be out for Lawson before the end of the year.
Is that why he flipped him off? Get out of my car.
Yeah. I don't know. Red Bull's ruthless. I could see it happen. Horner's probably pretty pissed after losing second place on the constructors because that's what pays money.
Yeah, and he's. When's the last time he finished? He finished in the points like 1 out of the last 6 races. About.
I thought for sure they were going to boot him for Ricardo, but
it's kind of ridiculous not making it to Q3. Max is like dragging the team along up a little bit higher than the car probably should be most of the time.
Yeah, Perez. Max might be so good. Perez is finishing where they expect him, and but the Q1 quali exit. There was some video of Lawson being summoned to Christian Horner's office, pod, whatever, the mobile office that they drag around.
Was that the flipping or?
No, well, it could have been, or it could have been. You want to race in a faster car? Well, I mean, they've done switches mid-season before, between Toro Rosso and Red Bull.
Oh, Albon
Yep.
got switched.
He got switched out. Who's the Russian? Kvyat?
Oh yeah.
He got switched out. Oh yeah, they'll do it.
I wonder if it's just gonna get worse without Newey on the team now.
It's pretty much an overall bad weekend for Red Bull, dropping a whole spot. It was another good weekend for Haas, though. 7th and 9th, up to 5th in the points.
That was pretty good. That
Yeah.
team's really been a lot better this year than they were like the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Is that Gunther Steiner's fault now that he's out? It's
Maybe Gunther just was good for putting a team together, but not so good for running a team and strategizing.
he's got some good sound bites on Netflix, I guess, though.
Oh, yeah, he was just popular because he busted everybody.
I did see that Fernando Alonso made his 400th Grand Prix start, and then he celebrated it by taking a half day.
Did they ever say why his car got retired?
He just pulled in. He's like, I'm gonna go grab some drinks, guys. I'm out.
It's my 400.
Yeah.
Get somebody else to drive this slow car for me.
The Aston's not so good anymore. I think I'm gonna move again.
Well, it was the Day of the Dead in Mexico, or close to it. And Sauber had their own Day of the Dead, finishing out of the points again for 0 points this season.
Are they still at 0 overall?
They are still at 0. They have not scored a single point all year.
Even Williams has points.
I know.
Man, they used to be better than Haas last year, weren't they?
Yeah, Haas was at the bottom of the grid. I don't know. So they're just not developing that car at all. I think they pretty much stuck with the car they brought to testing.
Just push it off to next year, I guess.
Yeah, they're aiming for 26 with the new formula and the new Audi.
Hope so.
I did notice in FP1 when all the all the test drivers and up and coming drivers got a chance to run in Formula One cars. Schwartzman, an Israelite, was in FP1. I had no idea we had any Israel drivers. That's cool.
Is he? Interesting.
I noticed the Israel flag on there, and I'm like, what? I had no idea. I mean, there's some countries you just never see drivers from, and Trinidad and Tobago, Cuba. I'm like,
North Korea?
North Korea, yeah. I've never seen an Israeli Formula One driver before.
Yeah, that's true.
Next up, Formula One continues down the immigration trail to Brazil, and after that, they take the food service express up to Las Vegas.
That is actually the correct trail. That is how it works.
Yeah, it's a quick shot. If you're good in food service, you can go straight to Vegas and work in the casino restaurants. Well, let's talk about the redheaded stepchild of racing, IndyCar, since they're not here. I hear that the thermal race may become a full IndyCar race.
Why does IndyCar hate their fans so much?
I don't know. They can't put a real race in after St. Pete.
They don't have anywhere else to go.
They get this big. The gap between St. Pete and the next race is bigger than Formula One's August vacation gap.
Oh, it really is. I guess that's going to be the Texas area in there somewhere next season,
good.
or the season after that. So at least that's something.
Yeah, that'll be good. Not the oval, but the road course.
The football stadium street course.
Okay.
So at least that's improving.
Yeah, they could make it a little better. I don't know about the thermal. Somebody must be paying a lot of money to have the thermal race.
Probably thermal. I don't know why, but if they're going to make a lot of money, whatever.
Oh, they need some money. I don't think many of the races make money except for IndyCar or the Indy 500.
Indy, yeah. Street courses probably bring in some, or
Yeah.
else they wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, the rest of the ovals don't bring in a lot of dollars.
No. I saw that Pato finished P13 in FP1, Mexico City Grand Prix. So
Whose car was he driving?
he was in the McLaren, or was he in Lando? I think he was in Lando or Oscar. I don't remember which one.
I expected better than P13 if he's in the McLaren.
Yeah, but okay. But they had him on some kind of strategy. They were doing something.
They put a governor in the car so he wouldn't
Yeah,
do a Behrman.
I guess. Yeah, we're only go up to fourth gear.
Yeah. I read that the Ganassi and McLaren staff are proposing creating an engineers council to discuss technical things between the engineers. I kind of foresee a mediocre lunch and a keynote speaker.
Oh, is this just to discuss and find out what Penske's cheating on now, or is that kind of like
Penske's probably not the keynote speaker.
we're gonna meet and find out what Penske's cheating on this time?
They'll tell Penske engineers, "Oh no, we're meeting at 4th Street," and then actually meet at 6th Street.
Exactly.
Everybody's invited except Penske. In other news, did you sign Elon's $1 million petition?
Of course I did. I even unmuted my phone, waiting for the text message to roll in that I won $1 million.
Oh, is that how you find out?
I think, or email, phone. I don't know. It's unmuted though.
I hope it's text message because I rarely check my email.
Yeah, that's true.
I did. I resisted getting an X account because I'll end up following like Formula One, and then I'll find out who wins the race before I can see it. Or
They absolutely do
yeah,
tell you immediately when the race is over.
yeah. So I didn't. But for the shot at $1 million, because we live in a battleground state, I thought it was worth it.
I took a shot.
I didn't. I'm not following anybody except Elon. Yeah, because next week is the U.S. election. Looks like Trump's on pole. Can he pull out the win?
As long as Harris doesn't have any Penske engineers on staff, which he does, so
Yeah.
you got to look out for that.
Oh, yeah, they know how to rewrite software on things, don't they?
A lot of rewriting software going on. You know what I won't miss are the commercials. Oh my gosh. It's so bad watching anything on television.
There's no skip button on the political commercials. You have to watch. I just mute it
Yeah.
until it's over. Like, I've seen this commercial 16 times. Showing me again is not going to make me change my mind.
Ugh. I heard there were some balanced power changes to the World Endurance Championship.
Is that where they make the faster cars heavier?
Yes, the communism for racing, I
Ah.
believe.
Equity.
Yeah.
It's the equity series. Oh, you're too fast. We're going to weight you down a little more.
We don't want anyone running away with it.
Do you know what they're doing?
Not exactly. But,
Sure, they're going to make it more equitable.
yes.
On Dakar Watch, we only have 65 days left till Dakar.
Good. Finally.
It's like a happy point after the Christmas holidays are over, and then the depression sets in. Oh yeah, I gotta bet no more holidays, no more presents. Oh, but we have Dakar.
I always get bored. I'm like, man, nothing going on the weekends anymore. And then that comes around. It's like, okay. It's a nice nightly show. Catch up on Dakar.
I would pay money to have Lee Doofy come back and be the commentator on that one.
I wonder if maybe he is. He does work for NBC still.
Does he? I heard Fox is going to take over in the near future.
Oh,
Not this year, but
I wonder where they'll put it. I hate deciding what streaming service or whatever it is I need to find and watch whatever thing is on. Ugh.
yeah. I think I used to it was on like one of their cable channels, so I would just record it with Sling.
They had the NBC Sports Network used to have it, but then they
Yeah.
got rid of that channel and then they buried it somewhere in the Peacock app.
Yeah, it was on. That's right, because we had used the app last year. If all else fails, you can go to the Dakar's YouTube channel and just.
Well, yeah, they do have it there.
But then it's usually some dude with an accent that I can't understand. I watched Venom 3 this weekend.
How was that?
Average superhero movie.
That's how I felt about the first two. I watched those. I was like, okay, that was fine.
Yeah.
Perfectly entertaining.
Venom's Venom's kind of interesting. Is it the actor that does Eddie? Does he also do the voice for Venom, and then they like modify the voice, or?
I don't think so. I think they got a voice actor that does it.
Well, I saw that Venom 3 only made $120 million for the opening weekend, and they need about $500 million just to break even. So superhero movies aren't doing so good. The last 5 superhero movies, the only one making any money is Deadpool. The Deadpool 3, I think it's at about 800 million in profit right now.
Well, that was the best one that I enjoyed that one the most out of all the last few that I've seen.
I haven't seen it because my youngest wants to see it, but I can't let him see it yet, so I can't see it either.
It's a bit of an R there.
I'll wait till it comes out on Disney Plus. If it does come out on Disney Plus, I don't know.
Why it should.
But yeah, let's see the last 5 movies. Deadpool made money. Guardians 3 made 124 million, which sounds good, but is kind of underwhelming for a Marvel movie.
Is that it?
Yeah, Ant-Man 3 lost 150 million.
Oh. Does Joker 2 belong on this list? Because I heard that bombed huge.
It belongs in the bomb. I didn't watch it, but I read some reviews that said, "Wait, I didn't know there was singing. What's singing in a Batman Joker movie?"
I heard after the first one I thought was interesting, and then I heard the second one is just garbage.
The second one was like a bad dream that the Joker had or something.
And it cost like 500 million to make for some reason. I don't know, but I guess that would belong in there.
So I don't know. I don't have the numbers on Joker, but I'm sure it's awful. And then in 5th place for superhero movies, The Marvels lost $500 million. So
I don't remember if I saw that one.
I don't think anybody saw that one. It was the one with Captain Marvel and 2 teenage girls that had some kind of power, and they all got, it's like a Freaky Friday.
Oh.
I don't know. It looked awful in the previews, so.
Interesting.
I don't know. So my question is the superhero genre over? Does it need to go back into the grave for a while?
I don't know. Maybe it's time for writers to just stop subverting expectations with everything and changing every character to fit whatever narrative they want to have.
George Martin was right. If you stick with Stan Lee's writing, then it's a good movie. And if you think you're going to do better than Stan Lee, they never do better than Stan Lee.
No. What else doesn't help is how expensive it is, like, to go to a theater, tickets and food and snacks. It's like, oh, you don't want to wait till it's streaming on something and save some money.
25% inflation. Thanks, Congress.
Mm.
And the Biden administration. Good job. Yeah, that pretty much killed a lot of things. There's a lot of restaurants filing for bankruptcy because people just aren't spending money.
Yeah.
Hey, when your budget just got cut by 25%, you got to do something. And yet, there's at least 4 new superhero movies planned for the next year and a half.
Ooh, nice.
We know what the the superhero and the subtitle is, so we're going to try and tell you what we think the plot line will be based on the title. So the first one coming out is Captain America 4: Brave New World. I think this is where Captain identifies as a woman and struggles through her transition.
I think this is the one where Captain struggles with the fact that he's not actually Captain America.
Yeah, who is Captain America now?
The Hawk? Falcon. Falcon is taking over as Captain.
He didn't like being Falcon?
Well, the shield's pretty cool, I guess.
I would like the shield. Is he going to still dress like the Falcon, or is he going to dress like Captain America?
I think he's got his own Captain America outfit.
The next one coming up is another Fantastic Four. The subtitle is First Steps.
All right. This one, a group of woke writers make a 4th attempt at reviving an aging group of superheroes.
Yeah, none of the first 4 were that good. I didn't even see the Silver Surfer one. The first, it was okay, but just because I like Johnny Human Torch.
There was one before that, even like a even lower budget one, like from the early '90s. It was terrible.
Oh, were they actually in spandex?
Yeah, that one was. It was awful, but.
I was thinking First Steps, it's going to be the Fantastic Four goes into rehab for trunk derangement syndrome.
I'm sure the actors already are.
Yeah. Next up is an Avengers movie called Avengers Doomsday.
Okay, this one, the Avengers attempt to apply for and collect all the correct permits and licenses needed in New York City to continue being superheroes. That's the whole movie, and it's 40
Yeah.
hours long.
I'm going to say it's the Avengers Fight to Save Democracy. And it's rushed forward to debut on November 5th after Trump wins.
It sounds like
Doomsday.
something they would do.
Yeah, that'll be doomsday for a lot of people. Another Avengers one, Avengers Secret War.
Okay, Secret War. The Avengers have to stop a Hydra plot to dump chemicals in the water that turn all of the frogs gay.
I was going to say Secret War, Avengers work to shadow ban disapproved speech.
Oh, yes, that sounds like something they would do.
And the last one, we get another Spider-Man movie. We don't know the full title, but it's going to be, something home. Like, was it Far From Home, No Way Home, Work From Home? It's going to be something home.
I'm coming home. Wow. This one, Spider-Man is arrested and put on trial for defending a woman that was mugged on the subway.
Sounds like New York.
Yep, that's right.
I'm going to say the title's going to be Can't Afford a Home. Spidey goes after the Federal Reserve Bank to lower interest rates.
All right, Spider-Man. I'm on board.
To work from home was the best one, though. I saw that meme. Spider-Man not in good shape anymore.
Just on a computer.
Yeah. That's it for today's show, or this week's show. We don't do a daily show.
There's not enough to talk about.
Yeah, we wouldn't make it. We've got another doubleheader next week. Formula One and NASCAR.
Are they? 3 weeks in a row for F1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, they took, 4 weeks off, so
That's true.
they're trying to make up for it. It's like when the trash day comes on a holiday and
No.
they have to come the next day, do like an extra trash. I wonder how that works. Like, are they just have twice as many trash things to dump? How do they do that?
I don't know.
It's not like they have more trash trucks.
They have to just work faster?
So why can't they do that every day and cut the staff?
That's not in the union contract.
Okay. Well, the weather's finally nice, so get out and have fun and make sure you vote. We're not telling you who to vote for, but get out and vote.